Hey guys, it's Bobby, and welcome back to another episode. I think this is episode 18 now of our Minecraft Doomsday edition here in the Badlands. And today's episode is going to be working on one of two things that's left to do inside of our storage building here. So we've got two things that I want to accomplish. One is going to be the silos up top, but before we do the silos, I really want to get rid of these furnaces that are just randomly sitting here looking ugly in our storage building. So what we're going to do is actually start work on our super smelter. It's not going to be like a super duper smelter, not a big industrial type smelter. But one thing that I'm thinking is that I need somewhere to smelt mostly glass. Glass is probably the biggest item we need to smelt. We do have our blast furnaces over here, and I've toyed back and forth with doing doing two smelters and maybe one that's regular and one that's a blast furnace. And honestly, I'm thinking I'm going to go back to kind of basic a little bit and just go with regular furnaces. That way they're universal. They can be used for any anything, whether it's ores or whether it's netherite scrap or whatever it is. We can use it for pretty much anything. And I just realized something before I get too in depth here. I need to empty out this inventory, and I need to clear out my that last chest that is setting there. So let me get that knocked out, and then we'll get cracking with it. All right, now that we're all cleared out here, we need to get this back wall taken out. I think I'm going to go ahead and just take out the whole back wall, just because I really want to start getting the layout kind of in alignment for our storage silos, which it's not going to be in this episode that we actually do the storage silos. We're going to do that in the next episode, but I definitely want to go ahead and start kind of getting the framework in place for the silos as well. But like I said, our primary focus on this episode is going to be getting the smelter in place. So I'm pretty excited about getting some form of smelter in place and getting this storage building finished up. It's been like this now for, since I think we built this building in like episode 4 or 5 maybe. I don't even remember now, but either way, it's kind of been a long time coming to get this thing going. So I've got a pretty cool design in mind. You see, I started playing around with some different ideas before I covered it all up. But yeah, so let me get this cleaned up now, and then we'll get rocking on it. All right, so the first thing I want to do is I want to kind of go through what I want my layout to look like. So to do my layout, I want to definitely frame up. I want to add some depth to this building. So I definitely want to turn this corner and step back one. So I'm going to build up basically with just like this right here. And step that back. I think maybe I'll bring that forward right there and just add that extra layer of something there, because I don't know that I like that. So actually, let's try putting it right here. See what that looks like. Yeah, I think I like it like that. So we'll just go on both sides because this is really going to kind of determine how big of a smelter we can make and make it look good. So another idea that I've got that I want to try to play with is I want to put this smelter kind of down inside the ground. And I would really like to, I think, I don't know for certain. I kind of have this idea to where we have glass in here that comes over, and then you look down through the glass and you see the smelter underneath, but you don't see the mine carts running back and forth. That's kind of my idea. So, actually, you know what? Let me play around with that for just a minute and see what I can come up with. All right, guys. So here's what I've got so far. Been just playing around a little bit, and don't worry, I'll break it down for you and show you what I did. But I've got this kind of idea where you just kind of see into the floor, and you can see the furnace array down here, and as it's smelting things, you'll see the stuff move across. So looking at it from here, just to kind of give you an idea. So smelter array in here, furnace array. These top hoppers here will be what feeds the items that need to be smelted. And of course, I've still got to take out some stuff back here. But then underneath all of these furnaces is a row of hoppers, and they all just feed into each other, and then they feed right around into a dropper that's right there. And then it's the same circuit that we've been using on all the episodes for dropper circuit. That dumps into the water shoots it across. Then there's a water column in the back, a bubble column in the back with a little bit of source water up top. And then we have this chest here. So this is the drop chest. This is where it drops all the finished product once it's done. And to give you kind of an idea of what it looks like, you throw that. Imagine that's a piece coming out of the furnace. It goes across right there like that. And then when it's done, drops right into the chest right there. So I think it'll look really cool once it really starts working and you see all of these items just kind of dropping down. You can watch them come out here, and when it's a little dark, when all those furnaces light up, it'll kind of light it up in here even more. So I think that's gonna work. I think I like that, and I think once it's all kind of decorated up, it'll look really good. But at the same time, it keeps a lot of the bulk down below the surface, which leaves us a ton of room still up top here for our storage silos. So really, realistically, we've got maybe here would be the top of even the decorating and everything, like the framework for the furnace array, the smelter, and then everything up above that will be storage silos. So I think now that that's in, the next step is going to be really just kind of clearing out a little bit more space in and around this thing to make room for the fuel feed, which needs to go down the back side here. So we just tear these out here, just like that. And then I don't want to put those hoppers in yet because I want to take out a little bit more of this. And then I also want to take out some of this. Let's see if I can grab that. We'll take a couple rows out here, make sure we have plenty of room. And I'm hoping that I have enough room to get the rest of my redstone circuitry in for the drop off and the feed and all that stuff. So Let's see. So looking at, I have 9 hoppers left. My inventory is getting stuffed, crammed full right now. So then along the back side here, this is where our fuel is going to feed in. So we need hoppers along the back just like that. And then, let's see, our drop in for our stuff that needs to be smelted is going to be over here on this side. So we have 2 blocks and then a chest. And then over here, we have 2 blocks, and then we'll put our chest for drop off right there. And then I'm just going to open that up a little bit right there like that, just so I can kind of see what's going on here. Yeah, that'll work. All right, guys, so I think I have this figured out now. So here's the drop-off chest right here. I had to kind of reposition stuff a little bit, which means I'll probably go back and reposition this one a little bit better to make it match. But here's the idea. So we would have a rail that comes along here, and we don't need a powered rail over that whole thing. And I think, yeah, it did. I got to be careful. I'm going to have to go back and check all that. Okay, so powered rail there. And actually I may put another one right there just to make sure it's got enough bump. So I'm going to block myself in if I'm not careful. So I'm going to try to do this without blocking myself in. So here's our chest. Our chest dumps into the hopper. The hopper comes in. It's going to dump into another hopper that's pointed down right above this right here. And then from off of that, I need another comparator. Let me run over here and grab a comparator. Heck, I'm also going to need a repeater. What's the recipe for a repeater? 3 stone and some redstone and 2 torches. Okay, so let me grab some stone real quick. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3 stone, and I've got a couple of torches. Yeah, that's enough. And so repeater. Boom, there we go. Okay, so now I've got everything I need. Okay, so off of this block, it will read the hopper with a comparator. So we'll go off with a comparator like that. And then off of that, we want to power a block like this. So I'm going to go right here and do that. So power a block, and then reverse like polarity, basically. We'll do a redstone torch like that, and then we will turn a repeater back into this block like that, and then to light up that repeater when the torch is on, boom, just like that, and now that should light up. Perfect, just like that. Okay, so then now if we take another hopper and put it right there like that, now when we put in an item into the chest, such as this, not like that, that's not what I was trying to do. We'll put a couple of those. So now that should feed into this hopper, which should have lit the comparator, which should turn off that torch back there, which would kill the circuit and obviously kill the power to the rail, which it did. Now, once that unloads, so what'll happen is that, actually this might need to be just one. So what'll happen is the minecart will come back, pull up underneath, and it'll stop underneath this. So until this empties, once this hopper is empty, it'll turn that back on. So the only trick there is that we need to make sure that we don't overload the system. That's the only bad part about it. Because if we overload the system, then yeah, I'm pretty sure that's how it'll work. If we overload the system, then we will not get anywhere, right? So if, let's say, you've got your rails across here like this, and we run, let's say we ran a hopper minecart in there, right? If we put a hopper minecart in there and that hopper never empties because there's too much stuff up here in this, then the polarity would never be changed and the track would never come back on, and thus our minecart would be stuck there. So we definitely need to put a chest minecart with chest in here, because, I mean, if you think about it, you'll never, I mean, based on what you can carry in your inventory, it'd be really tough to fill up a whole minecart chest with just what's in your inventory. So just have to be cognizant of that, I guess. That's the only other way I can think to do it. Yeah, I mean, I'll just have to be careful. So either way, I think that'll work. I just have to remember not to overload my system. All right, now over here for the return, that's pretty simple. The return just needs to be, let's take some black terracotta here and we'll fill this in like that. So that'll be the end there, and then we'll put a piece there like that. I'll actually probably replace that with black terracotta as well. Then you'll have one more rail there. And then, how can I do that without it being seen? Oh, just like that. Perfect. So then underneath here, we'll put a redstone torch like this, and then a powered rail right on top of that. Now, our hopper minecart, or I'm sorry, minecart with chest, we can put it on here and go just like that. And then it'll come back and it's going to stop. Oh. How did it do that? Oh, because there's nothing in the system right now. So it's powered. Yeah. Alright, go. Ready, go. There you go. So that'll constantly run back and forth just like that. Now, for part number 2, if I put something across here like this, oh, that's even better. I like that because now you can barely see the hoppers, but you can still see the array down there. I like that. Cool. Okay, so that problem is solved, other than the fact that we just have to remember not to overload the system by putting too many items in here that it overloads and can't empty completely out. Okay, I'm beating a dead horse now. All right, so that part's done. Now the next part is doing the fuel system. So the fuel delivery system is going to be pretty simple. We're simply going to put a block right here like that, and then I think this will work and not deactivate the other stuff. Yeah, so it should be good. And then if I put a powered rail right here, yeah, that should be good. So then we need to go regular rail, or no, that's a powered rail. We don't want a powered rail. Of course it sucked it up in there. We need regular rail, just like this. And then if we put a powered rail here like that, and then put another lever right here, just like that. That shouldn't affect anything down there because it's one full block above it. Then we can have a hopper minecart that runs across there, and then that won't affect anything, so we can put our hoppers here, just like this. And then that'll feed our fuel down and then into a hopper minecart that runs under here constantly. So, all right, guys. So I think I've got the auto smelter all dressed up and cleaned up. Now, there's one more thing I wanted to go ahead and knock out while we're on this episode here, and just a little upgrade to the building. One more step to getting it done, and that is to put down some lights in there and kind of dress it up a little bit. So what we're doing is we're just going to take that center aisleway that that had the orange terracotta in it, that if you watched the video, I even made a mention that I didn't know if I liked it or not. So we're digging that center up, and then what we're going to do is we're just going to simply make some jack-o'-lanterns here. I don't quite have enough of them to do the whole thing, but I've got some more growing right now. So we'll take these jack-o'-lanterns, we'll put those down like that, and then we will take our carpets and put it right on top like this. And then I'm just going to make a path all the way through just like this. So we can do these jack-o'-lanterns as well. And what that does is you won't, I mean, at night you'll be able to see it a little bit. You'll be able to see the light just a bit. But what it'll really do is this is lit up aside from that. So the system sees it as being lit up, even if we can't see it really being lit up, which will also help prevent spawns from inside here as well. So here's a couple of pumpkins here that are ready. I only need one more just to finish that one little section, but we'll go ahead and take both. The rest of them should start growing there here any second now. But yeah, check this out. I think it looks pretty good. Like I said, I'm leaving this top part open for now, just because we still need to, once we build the bamboo farm, which is going to feed the auto smelter completely. We won't have to worry about coal anymore. It'll be a completely automatically fed furnace system. Then once that's in and hooked up, then we can start building or once we get the bamboo farm built, we can start building our storage silos. And I'm thinking I'm probably going to have, if I did 1, 2, 3, that won't work. So 1, 2, 3, that won't work either. So 1, 2, and then we'll have 2 blocks in the center, 3, 4. So we'll have 4 storage silos in here. And I haven't decided what I'm going to put in those yet. I know one's going to be bamboo and one's going to be iron. I'm unsure about the other ones. I'm thinking one of them is probably going to be saved for gunpowder, from our creeper farm, and then the other one I don't know yet. So we'll have it for extra storage either way. And then down here, this wall looked kind of blank. I may go back and change that. I'm not sure. I also thought about taking these blocks back out and moving our blast furnaces over here. And then that way all of that stuff is together. It just won't be automatically fed. But that'll get it out of there. We could put a couple more double chests, a few more double storage chests down here, and kind of complete that. And then we could have our blast furnaces. I don't know yet. I'm undecided on exactly what I'm going to do. But I just threw that stuff up there for now, just for looks. We have our furnace deposit with a reminder not to overfill it. And we also have our furnace withdrawal here once the items come through the furnace system. So, yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I'm going to finish up this runway here. Going to finish up this runway here. And I think that's going to be all she wrote for today. So, guys, It's that one should have been pretty short. Obviously, I've not edited it yet, but hopefully it wasn't ridiculously long. I'm still shooting for that 25 to 30 minute mark per episode. But in some of them, like the Iron Farm, it's really in depth. And let's face it, I like to talk a lot. So anyway, guys, I appreciate you guys watching along. Hey, look, if you like what you saw, hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, and don't forget, leave some love. Smash that like button while you're down there. And if you have any questions or concerns or anything about the auto smelter, or if there's something that you would like to see me build in this Doomsday Prepper world, don't be shy. Leave a comment down below. Yeah, so anyway, I think that's going to about wrap it up for this episode. Once again, my name is Bobby, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.